was some kind of time capsule at Wells Fargo. You go by Fishboy, right?
I go by Eric. Fishboy is the band name, the project name. But I answer to Fishboy because I know what people are talking about. It's kind of a story with several layers. Around 2012, we discovered a time capsule in front of Wells Fargo. I'm not sure what the exact date that it was supposed to be exhumed was, but the date came and went, and a small group of people started celebrating the date that the time capsule was not opened. And that lasted about 2 years. I played some songs, I think the second year, after which Wells Fargo dug the time capsule up without any announcement. And it was gone. It was just here and gone one day. And I always thought that was a wonderful little event that happened in our city. I held on to that inspiration and decided to work that idea into my next album, which would be Waitsgiving. Waitsgiving is a concept album. It's a story album. 10 songs about 9 different characters, and each character is dealing with patience. In the story of Waitsgiving, someone finds a time capsule that has their birthday on it, takes it to City Hall, and City Hall decides to make this a landmark, to throw a holiday that observes patience every year. And the date on the time capsule is May 17th, 1977. And it doesn't say when it's going to be open. So each story has its own little location that is inspired by Denton, Texas, specifically by downtown Denton, Texas. So when the album Waitsgiving came out, it was 2021. A lot of my fans, a lot of my friends didn't feel safe to go back into clubs, but I wanted a release show. So I said, hey, everyone show up at the square. I'll play you all of my new songs. We will celebrate the holiday inside of the story in real life. From there, every year, we have met on May 17th to celebrate the real Waitsgiving, and I play the whole album, and I walk people around, and I go through each song story by story.
Do the characters have names, or?
The characters have titles. They don't have names.
Such as?
So we have the Waitsgiving founder, we have the greatness waitress, we have the driver choreographer, we have the barbecue artist, we have the bass digger, who's a grave digger bass player. We have the pyrotechnic geriatric. We have the snow cone creator. We have the 70s singer. What's the last one? The last one is the volunteer DJ. And so in the last song of the album, Waitsgiving, all of these characters come together and they form a team that pulls off a heist of the time capsule. You find out what's in the time capsule.
All 9 characters come together.
All 9 characters come together on the 20th anniversary of the holiday Waitsgiving, and they form a team to dig up the time capsule in secret.
So, a couple of questions. So, the time capsule.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about it? Like, did the Record Chronicle do a story? I mean, do we know the backstory of how the time capsule came to be?
The real time capsule.
The real one, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what was in the real. I don't know what was in the real time capsule.
It's just so weird that there would be a time capsule that people learn about, and then Wells Fargo.
Right.
And that's something. Do we even know what they did with it? I guess we don't.
Just by word of mouth, I heard they put the items on display in the lobby, but I never saw those items. Someone told me it was very anticlimactic. You know, it was a time capsule buried in the 90s, I believe. It was a very short lifespan of this time capsule to be dug up 2012, 20-year time capsule.
Hence the 20-year heist.
Right.
Did you grow up here?
I grew up in the mid-cities, and I moved to Denton in 2002. I was drawn to Denton because of the music scene. I started that when I was 15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's been going on, it's 25 years, I suppose.
Wow. They've been asked this, I'm sure, several times, but what inspired the project at 15?
Well, so I had an older brother who was deeply involved in the music scene, and he got me involved in the Denton music scene as well. So I was very inspired by Yeah, late 90s Denton.
And the bands, were there certain bands that you were following here?
I was just part of a memorial for John Freeman, who's in a band called Dooms UK. I played some of my earliest shows with his solo project, Dutch Treats. I played shows with a guy named Cornmo. It was a big inspiration. I like Centromatic a lot, Little Grizzly, Baptist Generals.
Well, I'll definitely start putting this together. I may have a few more questions. Is there anyone else I should talk with about this who's involved or helping with it? Or is it just kind of...
No, it's just me.
Well, just checking, just checking.
It's part of the reason why it's like kind of a low profile DIY kind of thing, because it's just me. Well, I posted a lot more videos last year about it. I've been working on a new album, so I haven't really had the bandwidth to really push it, which is okay. I think it's better as a word of mouth type of thing. Yeah, new Fishboy album coming out sometime next year.
Do you have a title for it yet?
It's called Bravest Neighbor. It's about courage instead of patience this time. Okay.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it, man.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, man.